I'm going to show you how I turned an old riff into this. We'll be going through the exact method I used to give an old riff a lethal upgrade. We're going to be looking at an old idea of mine. We're going to be writing the guitars, programming the drums and bass, and also programming some synths as well, because the main line for this idea is a synth line. So I'm going to see if I can bring it to life. Let's bring it to the year 2024 and see what sort of juicy riffs we can write. Let's see if I can find the old demo. Basically, the idea that I really like is that synth. So let's see if we can make that more of a modern, heavy, aggressive metal sound. So I guess the first thing that I could easily put in is the lead line, because I know what it goes like. How fast is it though? Well, first of all, it's in 6/4, so we need to change the project to be 6/4 as opposed to 4/4, because we've got that waltz. We've got that waltz feel to the song. Not sure many people will be waltzing to this, but anyway. So I'm going to try using the synths that I've already got in the preset, because these are the synths that I've written the rest of my album with. So if I can make it sound good, it's kind of like that continuity throughout the whole album. That's kind of the lead line. So I roughly know what I want the drums to do as well, so let's program those drums in. So with the cymbals to the drums, because obviously we're in 6/4 with that waltz feel, so I'm riding the crash. We're going hard, less hard, less hard. That was the worst way of explaining it. So we're gradually reducing the velocity as we go through the 3 notes and then coming back to hit harder on the 1 and 3. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And we're going snare on 3. And then all that's left to do is add some ghost notes. I think they were there. Nice, that's our basic drum beat. That's going to go through the whole thing. So we're going to need a fill now to loop these drums into the 5th to 9th bar, I guess. Get it. Oh, that's too fast. Perfect. Now I'm going to put the bass root notes in, because I know where they want to go. They're going to go down, 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 do, 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 do. So again, I'm just doing this straight off the demo, just by ear. We're recreating what I created all those years ago. Do. Boom. Back when C sharp used to be the literal lowest note that I would play on my 6-string guitar, that's when the heaviest of metals were made. Drop C sharp. If you know, you know. Oh, here we go. I really like that synth lead actually in the lower octave there, but we do need a synth where that is a literal octave higher. So Now in the demo I used a bell, but I'm not really sure I like the bell. Right, let's track some guitars. So now I'm going to have to transpose this, I think, because this is obviously an A, not C sharp. So that's easy enough to do. Because if this note is C sharp, we just need to make that note, because that is the open note when I wrote it. We just need to change that and every other note on the key editor to be where the A is. Whoops. So now it should be. So let's track some power chords in for the guitars. How do you mess up power chords, really? So that is literally the basis of the idea. So already I can hear that we've lost the synth entirely. You can't hear it at all. So we need to bring this up an octave. I think the problem is because we've transposed everything down, we've almost lost it. So we need to bring it up an octave, both of them. Now what I want to do is refine this a little bit more. And there's a few different ways that we can do that. So one way I like to refine is by changing the power chords. So obviously these. Those three power chords are what make up this particular section. But we can definitely make those more interesting. We could play extended chords. Literally playing all the strings, which sound absolutely mint. That's a nicer chord. Oh my goodness, those are so nice, them chords. We could try those and see how they sound. That sounds absolutely class. So we're going to do a little trick here to thicken up those notes so that we can hear the root note of the chord, but also hear the extended version of the chord with all the strings. So what you do is you take the take that's the full chords. You've got. Then you also layer it with a take that's just the power chords. And then you blend the power chords into the larger chords, so they're not going to be as loud. And also, you bring them in. So you put the power chords at 70% left and 70% right, and the large chords all the way left and all the way right. And then we're going to blend those in, probably -4 dB to start, and then we'll see how that sounds. If we turn those off, you can hear the difference. See, now I want to mess around and see if there's any sort of... I want to change the guitars. I like the open chords and they sound very full, but I feel like we could put some little licks inside the riff a bit. So we go do 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 do, something like that. Maybe something like that. Let's try recording each bit one by one then, okay? I bloody missed the string. Right, So now we're going to go back and put some power chords over the top. I know that we've got the bass, but I'm beginning to lose the root note a little bit. So we're going to put some power chords back in. I'm only going to do it on the... I'm just going to match where the power chords hit. I'm not going to bother with the dee-dee-dee-dee-dee and all that bollocks. I feel like on the second go around, I want to change that. And by recording the guitars in this way, like literally 2 bars at a time, it lets me swap these out for a different one that I want. You know, I can change that little lick there. Because at the end of the day, we're just writing songs. It doesn't have to be perfect. And as long as you can hear what it's going to sound like, when it comes to the part where you have to, you know, really track it, you can just retrack it. But while you're writing, use these tools that you have available to you to get everything sounding right. Let's alter the drums a bit because the drums aren't quite tickling me the way that they should. Quite fancy this little stop here. Let's see if we can get it sounding good. Do 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 do. We would need the synth to shut the fuck up. You know what? We need another synth. We need more synths. I like this synth, but I want it to be duplicate this synth with the higher octave, and we'll find a different sound. One that's a little bit more attack on it. Not that much more attack. Right. I think the last layer that I want to add is a choir and strings, and then we'll maybe track some clean vocals onto this as well. See if we can come up with some lyrics or some sort of melody that will make it pop. I can hear the dee, dee. That's where we're going with the thing, and then to know. We could go to her or her. I could go back. Holy moly, this is sounding epic already. Right, so we've automated that stop into the choir and the strings as well. Let's give that a listen through. So one thing that I'm hearing is I can't hear my or my so I might cut the choir and synth early so that we can hear those guitar bits. That's the wrong note. It needs to be like a in the choir and the thing. And then at the end, I can kind of hear that as do do do. Let's record a cheeky, like, couple of lines of vocals, and we'll layer it a couple of bits and see what we can get. Dead inside, aren't we all? Get a bit of light tuning on my harmonies. If you're not tuning your vocals, then you're doing it wrong, boys. Because mine are shit without it. Right, let's tune that fucking thing before it gets out of hand. In all seriousness, no, like, everybody tunes their vocals. Like, it's the bare minimum that you should be doing, really. Dead inside. That was a shit take on the end there. Fucking hell. Dead inside. That is like the fucking top of my vocal range, but I'm gonna nail it, boys. Dead inside. Fucking hell. I am blasted after that. Right, that was one. Now we're going to do another one. Fuck's sake. Fucking hell. Woo. I actually don't think I'm going to layer screams. I'm going to layer multiple takes of the main vocal line in different voices. This is something I do sometimes. So like, dead inside. That's very airy. Was it? Dead inside is obviously a lot more vicious. Dead inside. Let's have a listen to what we managed to get. Not bad for an old idea. I know I only did a few vocal lines there, but if you want to see how I go about vocal songwriting, then check out this video. But otherwise, thanks for watching.